This is like a haircut.
This came off of one sheep.
It's sheep shearing season at the Mercer County Park Commission's Howell Living History Farm. Shearing is the process of cutting wool off a sheep.
We're getting rid of the wool that's going to be too much insulation for them during the summer. So it's critical that we do it now before it warms up anymore.
It starts at when they're done being a lamb at 1 year.
That's when the first fleece is taken off. Assistant Manager Jeremy Mills catches the sheep in the barn and generally lays her on her back for shearing. The wool's cut in a specific order.
You do the underside and the rear end first, and then you do the neck, and you come down to one side. Then you bring her up and do the far side, and it all comes off in one piece.
There are 22 sheep here at the Howell Living History Farm and another 13 lambs like these cute little guys. The sheep are sheared once a year. Their season typically begins late March and goes through May. Some of the sheep have as much as 5 inches of wool on them before they're sheared.
It doesn't hurt at all. You know, if you don't take it off, when it gets to be June and July, they're suffering.
The sheep only needs about an inch of wool to carry it all the way through the winter. So all this extra wool is already baggage that they don't want to have.
It would be really hot for the sheep because they wore a big coat made of wool.
More than 65,000 people visit Howell Farm each year to participate in living history programs like sheep shearing.
It was cool
What was so cool about it?
that they can get haircuts, and I never knew that.
They see the entire process, and that's from sheep to shawl.
After the sheep sheared, you're left with the fleece. It's hand cleaned. Things like straw are picked out. That process is called skirting. After it's washed and dried, if it's going to be used for yarn, it's processed in this period drum carder. This ensures all the fibers are going in the same direction so the wool can later be spun into yarn. That ultimately is transformed into a winter sweater or hat. What are you going to think of when you see now a wool sweater?
I'd buy it.
It helps us place a value on the resources that are available to us, and it shows us the importance of managing those resources properly.
Howell Living History Farm plans to shear the rest of their flock the first weekend in May. In Hopewell Township, I'm Lauren Wonko, NJTV News.